relaxing process if you don't keep your voice down.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Stabilize!
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop!
I will have order!
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better. A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Solidify!
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Wrath from the sky!
Order guide you!
Seems like an emergency. Mind the side effects.
Burn it down!
A bitter pill to swallow.
My... Traveler, Paimon! Over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too.
Good morning, you.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as...
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide.
Yay!
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors.
Is there any theoretical basis?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential... Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional of you.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical base...
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments.
It really feels like we're about to embark.
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Prepare yourself!
Gather!
Let's finish this next time!
I will. Stand down.
Take it and have fun.
Kaholosaur's here.
As expected, the first clue is related to the Coholos.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code so it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two.
You're a real pro at this, Mulan.
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot spring.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the spring. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan,
This is a thing? I need to note this down right.
according to what I've deciphered from the map,
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholosaurs?
we'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholosaur herd?
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked, but it shouldn't be a problem at all for me.
No worries. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler,
Is that so?
and now I understand how much you care. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard.
Given you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce.
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to... And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less...
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out...
There must be a way to enter the...
Let Paimon think.
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholosaur herd. Even if...
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over.
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to... I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the but I'm...
Oh.
You can just call me Kar.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, but this plant can help us solve that problem. We can apply the plant's extract.
So, we're gonna...
Don't worry, it's also good for your...
Oh, Paimon feels all wet.
Perfect. Okay. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. Follow me and stay close. Careful! Don't startle them.
Oh,
Perfect! Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Come on! Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun?
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Kaholosaurs.
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Kaholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead.
Has he always been this way?
He's just obsessed with it.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness.
Yes, I understand.
Mulani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what?
Hard to tell. I'm uncertain.
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent find our next destination.
Really?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe All right, break time is over. Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses...
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit...
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone...
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
After learning about the legend, I realized... Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of flood. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit...
Oh, amazing. Now it all makes sense.
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much more appropriate.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of which, what does it look like exactly?
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Whoa, it started glowing.
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Rise! Solidify!
We finally...
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But then also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogists. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on this...
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if...
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information. Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Varamdra can't control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how about you?
After all the adventures she's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right, then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly...
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more...
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I...
But it's so high! And you'll be falling so fast! If we don't manage to reach...
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left? Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are
Alrighty. Please be careful.
The path ends up ahead. Switch to the next spirit way. Traveler, get to the next node!
Got it! Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need. Mualani, we've taken care of the final node. Please be careful. Right.
That was perfect.
You are amazing, Mualani. There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over. Oh no. You're right.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to up.
In that case, no matter what happens next,
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look. Hey, look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? What?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious...
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Paramdra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, the spirit ways must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day. So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex,
It does seem...
I can't find any evidence to refute your...
then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to...
But didn't we all agree...
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I can't...
No, I refuse.
You!
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not...
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first, and I know you like to explain everything with theories and
Well...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
Whoa. The massive whirlpool is up ahead. Just the thought of...
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision? It's okay. That's completely normal. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's... This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also... Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have... If the scholars still choose to reject my... The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this... The good news is that I know the way...
Mualani?
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed...
Aw, Paimon.
All right. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can gather... Matters of luck aside, he definitely knows a lot about geography, and we'll need him on the team.
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does the whirlpool seem to be getting smaller?
You're right. Maybe it's just like the phlogiston nodes and can only be active for a certain amount of time.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karia? What are you doing here?
I tried to persuade him. He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came...
Oh, why did this have to happen now? Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, That way? He's been pulled away by the current. The current is too fast. We found him. Karia came.
Oh, there they are!
Veronica, thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Oh, didn't I
Judging by the changes in the... It's just...
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time?
Seems we missed our
Why would you give up on such an opportunity?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that...
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karia. I think if I reactivate the only problem is that we still don't... It's already getting late now. And we've been on...
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry. Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's just find a suitable spot.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the...
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. What do you think? This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping.
It really hits the spot. You're a...
Karia helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some credit too.
No. I'm just happy I was able to help out.
What was that sound?
Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on. Listen. not.
Wow, so it really works!
My parents told me that most of the valuable
Guess that.
In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is all.
Yeah, Paimon would like to know too.
Even though I've heard my parents tell stories since I was little, I actually don't know too much about him. It's said that he was the first person to make a map of Natlan. And even the first person.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah. There isn't a place in Natlan that he didn't visit. Even now, no one has even come close to his reputation and status as a guide. But oddly enough, after returning from the mysterious island, it really makes me wonder. How about this? Before we rest for the night, let's have a bonfire party.
If we're going to go plunging into that whirlpool tomorrow, then wouldn't it be best to try to rest and conserve energy now?
Now's not the time to be a party pooper. You ought to agree to ideas from the one who rescued you today.
Yeah, she's right.
All right. So what do the rules stipulate for a bonfire party?
Rules? A bonfire doesn't have any rules. Everyone just needs...
Okay, sounds fun enough.
So, for the first question, what's the purpose of a journey?
Oh, we were just talking about this.
Let's hear everyone's ideas, and maybe we can figure out what...
Paimon can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey is, it'd definitely be about treasure. And most importantly, it's about making the trip together with your companions.
Yes, I can't agree more. Okay, next person. You sure are taking your time thinking about... Oh, I get it. You must have passed... It's quite possible that your experience traveling is... Why don't I circle back to you later? You can tell me once you have a clear answer. Next, let's hear what Karia has to say.
Me? If you ask about my...
That doesn't matter. This is a party...
All right. If I had to say before you reach the destination, you don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself.
Yeah.
I'm on
All right.
All right, if you insist. In my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit. So, the greatest...
Not sure I...
There's nothing difficult to understand. He must have discovered enough valuable results after visiting the mysterious island to decide that he should end his journey. Once you've achieved the results you want, any additional journeys would become... Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of my research projects. All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. All my effort vanished into the air as though it never existed. Do you understand now, Miss Guide? Without results, the journey is meaningless.
I sympathize with your situation, but I'm afraid I can't agree with your take.
I don't need your sympathy. As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and struggles will become just another insignificant part of the process. What happened during the day already proved that my theories were wrong, so I'm willing to trust your judgment. I apologize for our previous argument. I must make it to the mysterious island, and
Was that actually supposed to be an apology?
Actually, there's a saying among the guides of the people of the springs. Because the final destination of every... It would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tour. That is what I would truly...
Just as you don't agree with me, I can't agree with...
I'm not too worried about that. After all...
What sort of logic is that?
All right, that's it for this round.
Huh? Oh. Paimon slept so well. Oh, Mulan and the others seem to be up already. Let's go see what they're up to. Mulan!
Just in time. I was about to...
What the? You already caused the whirlpool?
We're in luck. The phlogiston nodes were recharged by dawn. We were practicing all morning so they could get the hang of control.
Oh, it seems after apologizing, you've already become trusted members of the...
Is now really the time to be teasing us?
He's right. We should really hurry up.
Even though we had this discussion yesterday.
You bet!
Okay? Then let's go.
Paimon, that...
I can't believe it. There's some...
Mulan was right!
Let's see where this cave leads. Come with... Need a surfboard?
Let's ride!
According to the map, we need to head downward? Okay. Don't be afraid, everyone. Jump down with me.
Is that lava up ahead?
It appears these caves were for...
I see. Then the spirit ways were altering the lava's flow, created temporary holes, which allowed us to follow the water's current and enter the...
Are all scholars from Sumeru like that?
But can there be an island in this?
It appears we haven't reached our destination.
Swan Fury!
Shower me with the... Woohoo! Whoa, what's that light?
Let's keep going. We'll be able to see more clearly up ahead. Watch your step. Follow closely, everyone. These volcanic caves aren't very stable, so watch out for falling rocks.
What a maze! There's lava everywhere!
Let's look around together and see what we can find.
Very well. It would indeed be useful.
There are plants growing.
There's nothing unusual about that. This is spinel fruit. Wait, it is a little strange. This isn't ordinary spinel fruit. It's the same as the...
Isn't that the talisman you...
Yes. I'll be sure to...
Carving waves!
Careful, more falling rocks! Seems like this cave is getting more and more unstable by the minute.
There's so much lava.
The lava here doesn't look very...
Faster! From here, the light seems...
A distant light.
Miss Guide, it seems Varamdra has also discovered something.
I've got it! I've got it! Do you see that golden light in the distance? I'm positive that's the mysterious island. That's where...
Really?
I'm a scholar from the academia. When I first heard about the legend of the one exaggerated description I heard was that it's an entire island that shot under certain environmental conditions, large amounts of lava. Since the ore can't be moved in time, it begins to accumulate, resulting in the alluring gold. If I'm not mistaken, there'll be a large pool of lava up ahead, and the mysterious island will be floating on the...
So you mean we really found the mysterious...
Rejoice! Even a small pit...
Really? Then let's hurry!
Wait, Paimon. We should head back now.
What are you saying?
This map is covered with symbols and riddles, but there's one thing that's written clearly. When you see what you just said may be correct, but...
Are you joking?
But Mualani's judgment has a...
You thought I'm after...
Oh, he's acting...
After my previous findings were stolen, I began a new era. As long as I can bring this ore back, to me, this ore is the result that must be obtained. Otherwise, all those hardships along the way will be rendered...
As we agreed before...
Why? Are you wary of me? Now that we've confirmed...
She's not that kind of person, Varamdra.
The result is right before my face.
Oh no! He went running in! How can he do that?
Not good. We must stop him.
Is it just Paimon or is the ground shaking? What the? Where did these monsters come from?
These monsters. Looks like the lava here is becoming active again.
Miss Guide, Varamdra,
He'll be trapped by the lava. We need to hurry and take care of these monsters.
The lava is rising!
Varamdra.
Traveler, Paimon, please take care of Karya. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Mualani?
I can use my surfboard on the lava for a short period of time, but it will be a lot spicier than surfing on water.
But that's way too risky! Okay then, we'll take care of things here! Let's ride!
The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. More falling rocks. Okay, watch this! Over there! Oh, looks like I'm just in time.
It's right there! I'm almost there!
Look carefully. You can't get through the lava. You'll die if...
Why don't I give up? Well,
Me?
you have the ability to move over the lava. If you try, that way you'll have the results you need to prove yourself. And even Ko'olo, you want to know why I won't give up, but I'm asking why you...
The lava is rising. If I take this risk, then how will the others get back? Did you forget?
You...
Come with me.
No!
I've brought him back. He's fortunate that he wasn't seriously hurt.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
You're welcome. It's getting dangerous here, so we need to find a way out.
No, I refuse! I can still stand! Let me go back!
Seriously? How can you be so childish at a time like this?
Varamdra!
Whoa.
I've always believed that you're the most talented person I've ever met. Even if your research was stolen and you didn't get any credit, I never doubted it. I believe that even if you won't obtain any results this time, so I won't allow—
Kari,
She's finally opening up. And it seems like she's just the person—
Milani, the lava is open.
Don't panic. It seems like the trick that
Where did all these Kaholosaurs come from?
No time to explain. Just get on!
Got it, got it!
Everyone okay? Let's take a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We escaped danger and made it back alive.
Oh,
What's the point? We still didn't reach the mysterious island.
Hey, don't look so depressed!
Actually, according to the map, we still have one more leg of the journey.
Oh? Then which way should we go? Wait, aren't we back where we started?
Come on, let's go to the statue.
So, what's the point of coming back here again?
Here, look! Some hidden words appeared on the statue.
Really? Let Paimon...
Congratulations, guide from the future. You have completed a challenge that even I found ambitious. And now, I finally have the chance to tell you my story. You may have heard legends describing me as the best guide in all of Natlan. But in the beginning, I was more like a treasure hunter. I chased results, facing countless dangers to prove myself. Time after time, I ventured where others didn't dare, never failing to bring back rare treasures. My fame was second to none. And yet, I never felt satisfied. So I found a new goal, a challenge that no one had ever achieved before. The legendary, mysterious island. Another chance to prove myself. Unfortunately, my friends who had traveled with me all this time had grown tired of my nonsense. Instead of praise, they now showered me with words of caution. Perhaps this journey was one that I had to complete alone. But luckily, they decided to once again put up with my antics. Just as before, they came up with ingenious ways to help me move forward. They never let me down, even when I had to place my life in their hands. And they always trusted my judgment, even when it took a lot of courage. In the end, just as ever, we found the result we came for. But that golden glow was baiting me towards death. It was the glow of a rare ore, but it was also the warning sign of an impending eruption. Maybe if I pressed on and put my life on the line, I could get the result I wanted. And yet, there was a chance I'd lose something even more precious. But don't worry. In the end, I made the same choice as you. Everyone was disappointed that their illustrious guide had, for once, returned empty-handed. But seeing everyone survive, I felt satisfied for the first time in my life. Perhaps the treasure I had really been searching for had been right here with me, all along. So, I decided to end my long journey and find a safe place for my hard-earned treasure. To me, this is the real mysterious island.
The hidden inscriptions disappear.
These must have been the words the first chief left for the...
In that case, the mysterious island from the legend is...
I remember now that the elders once told me our tribe was originally founded on a small island. Later, the journey to the mysterious island starts exactly where it ends. Yeah. I think I understand the choice he made now.
The golden glow is an indicator of when the lava will periodically erupt. The principle of vulcanite formation implies that it will only appear at the start of... This means that there's zero possibility of ever bringing...
Verandra.
Our journey is not yet over. As we agreed, please come back to...
Fine. I suppose that would also...
Don't be so down. I have a feeling that the...
Paimon remembers now. There's still something
Uncle New!
Ah, Mualani. It's good to see you again.
Uncle, I've completed the journey to...
But you still have a question.
Yes.
Yes,
If that's the case, then you've gone on the same...
Because...
a choice?
Did you notice that the hidden inscriptions on the stone tablet
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a special paint on the statue that would change color. Only those who have been to that underground space will be contaminated by the dust and be able to see the... And this is the choice that the first chief left to us. If you choose to boast about your deeds, you will receive the highest honor, but the legend of the mysterious island would be destroyed as well. If you choose to remain silent, then the mysterious island will remain a legend and continue to attract the next generation of young guides to run. In the end, my companions and I all chose the latter.
Oh.
But not being able to tell anyone after accomplishing such a feat.
But have you noticed that Koolo, who claims to have been to the island, hasn't actually completed the trip?
What?
Right. Paimon remembers that Koolo said that he went to the mysterious island.
He deliberately recommended the client to find Mualani, probably because he thought, as guides, we are not in. But in the process, we also gain much skill and experience at over... Many guides gradually lose sight of their true beliefs and intentions in the process. They end up becoming more like thieves. This is why the first chief left behind. Aside from me, many other tribes, so they've also made pacts with their companions.
You've all given up?
Sir, I've given up. Given her talent and qualifications, I believe I was able to cultivate such an outstanding... If instead of looking at one single journey, we look at my entire...
Karia? I've come up...
You're the same as always, Verandra. In any case,
Karia!
because you haven't prepared the proposal yet.
Ah, yes, of course.
But I've always found your proposal...
Karia, given that I have been presented with... Perhaps the treasure I'm seeking has been by my side the entire time. No. To be more precise...
I understand,
It appears this guest has also...
It seems he's finally...
There's nothing to worry about. It's just like Karia...
But it seems he's still...
Now, it's your turn to make the choice.
But Uncle New...
Very good. Then there's nothing more I can teach you. Here, take this talisman again. You can pass it on to your...
Looks like it's also our time to say goodbye.
Then remember,
Friends. I suppose we are...
Well, that's one way to think.
Then Verandra and I will be taking our leave.
Okay, bye-bye!
You're back already. So,
What are you doing here all of a sudden?
well,
you... Seems you really learned a lot from New about how to make.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The elf. New. I've already proven that I'm stronger than you. I've been to even more. I've even been to the mysterious island. Why do you still look at me as if my work?
Kolo. Even if you had never been. But as for what we would deny about you, only you can.
Me?
So now, our trip to the mysterious island is officially...
Yeah, but I have one more This is the place. From what I...
What made you think of...
Well, we completed...
You've earned the greatest...
Would you call it a sacrifice? After all that we've been through together, the results don't matter anymore. Oh, it's kind of... No, I get it.
Traveler.
So that's your answer, huh? To the meaning of a journey? It's a good one.
Yep, Paimon's ready.
3, 2, 1. Kaholasaur!
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Boring. Isn't there else more interesting to do? Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
How did I do that?
The biggest one in history.
Ad Astra at... Thank you for complete...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
You might want to get a guide.
But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liu...
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders, Domenico, those with close connections or mutual... Among them, surveillance...
So many names.
Yes, there is... It seems like he's closely related to...
Monsieur Neverlet, someone claiming to be from... He said, and I quote, "We have located the
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I, too, am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at...
Invite them over.
Exactly. Now, I heard there's...
Yeah, it's our
I've wanted...
But... Oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essa?
Yes. You're Essa?
Yes.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico, he was my boss.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of...
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking at... Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be better.
All right then, let's head to the fortress.
It's Monsieur Nervous.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we've made a name?
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is?
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my quest—
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melusine? What happened? Sijuin! Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarand is protecting—
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally...
Wriothesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll... Typical Sijuin. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the mutual aid network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Interested in joining the If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come.
You two look kind. It's the symbol of the mutual aid network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Mm-hmm. The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the metal...
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire.
Oh, so the network was...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office.
All right. Let us talk.
Allow me to introduce this. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need.
That idiot!
I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse.
I can do that.
You see,
I only intended to do some small business at first. So, after making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the but I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect...
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazine?
My initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with...
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Nervilette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Nervilette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude toward... When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because for almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the people no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, it isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair... Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get...
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you... The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier...
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high... I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network.
Yep. Neverlet thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different.
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared...
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would... Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those who had been sitting on the fence. Vautrin's act was... That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to...
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let us head back.
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes hey, any comment?
What I really think is every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you.
That is indeed a reasonable... As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since sometimes these changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but I will try to contemplate this further. Thank...
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy.
Whatever. Well, now it looks like the dust has finally to celebrate this joyous occasion. Monsieur Neuvillette, would you...
That's not how you say...
I will consider...
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the... Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to... I hope it will assuage the concerns of all. Kiara? It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have...
Monsieur Nuvila, and thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Pie.
Do you
thank
remember
Monsieur.
Domenico?
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol, in my dream. She looked really happy. I can't remember what our dreams were.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a del...
Oh, I almost forgot. I promised to model for...
Of course.
See you next time, Monsieur.
See you next time.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
mind the side effects. Stabilize! is order.
Rise with the sun!
Solidify!
Mind the side effects.
I will have order!
Mind the side effects.
Yeah.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
The doctor will see you now.
Mind the side effects.
seal.
This is order. Stabilize.
Making a turn for the better. A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will seal.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate.
Well, the inspection revealed numerous Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up. Why don't you head on down and...
I think, but there is some...
Hey! Monsters!
Yoo-hoo! Let's fly! Bullseye! Open fire!
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spot... I thought I...
This is crazy. I put all of my strength into it, but it just won't break. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, but how am I supposed...
Oh, are you here to... So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up the... If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, all I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment. What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. I'll head over and set up now. Let me know. All right, get ready. All right, get ready.
Whoa! Did you... How did it get here?
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took... Now we just have to wait until the...
Actually, Inkanak.
Huh? But you...
All the more reason to have me test...
I guess you're right.
The conditions in this area seem a little...
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're...
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.